What's up, peeps? We just saw King Arthur, Legend of Store, or I like to call it Excalibur Origins.
Yeah, so this is a new movie that came out directed by Guy Ritchie. You may know him from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels or Snatch. And this is another one of his great movies. The main characters are Charlie Hunnam, who plays Arthur. Eric Bana plays his dad, Uther. You see Jude Law, who's the main antagonist. You see that in the trailer. He is Vortigern. And then we have some backup characters. You might see Jaimin Hansu, who is famous for Blood Diamond. He's Bedivere, one of the main knights. And Astrid Burgess Frisbee, who is the mage in this movie. So King Arthur, Legend of the Stone. It's definitely not your mother's King Arthur story. It's not Sword in the Stone, the old Disney movie. It's a lot different. It's Guy Ritchie's version. So the movie kind of starts out with a lot of the origin story of Arthur and also his father and where the sword Excalibur came from.
Yeah, when it first takes off, we have King Arthur's father, ruler of the lands. But then he gets betrayed. We're not going to say who, but he gets betrayed. And from there, King Arthur's journey has started as a kid, working at a brothel. My man. In the whole house. Then he grew up to be a pimp. I shit you not. I thought that was hilarious. He was making money as a pimp, and he was smuggling and hustling people who didn't pay up. And he treated his hoes right.
So after he's a pimp, he then pulls the sword out of the stone, which is, if you didn't know that, spoiler alert, that's kind of embarrassing. Everybody knows the legend of King Arthur. In this case, he pulls the sword out of the stone, and all types of shit goes down after that. And then from there, there's a big story about his road to redemption. And I'd like to save that for you guys to see in the movie. So definitely got to go see this movie and check it out. And there's a lot of quick synopsis and story in it.
So, thinking about the best character I like personally, I want to go with Arthur. This guy, he started from the bottom, and now he's a fucking king. This guy was getting paid for hoes. He was slaying fuckers all the time. He was training with the monks. I didn't even know there was going to be fucking monks in this movie. It was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, so, obviously Arthur's a badass character. Charlie Hunnam does a great job portraying him. And then your main antagonist, Jude Law, who's Vortigern, awesome bad guy. I mean, it reminds me kind of Gladiator. The king who's just a fucking asshole to everybody, and he knows it, but it's totally cool because he's got so much power and he loves it. He just loves that people hate him, and he loves the power of just being able to control them all. So it reminds me of the Emperor character in Gladiator, and he's a great bad guy. We also have Jaimin Hansu, who's he's Bedivere. He's got a lot of funny takes in this movie. The cool thing about him is he's a badass knight, and he goes on a couple rampages, and just a whole bunch of crap goes down with him. So any other characters?
Hell yeah, the mage. So at this time, during Merlin's time, the mages were going extinct. People were actually hunting down the mages. They were banned from the country. And so there's only a few left out there. So we were introduced to the mage, Miss Frisbee, who's pretty cool. She can control animals with her telekinesis shit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely Game of Thrones-esque.
Yeah, because in that movie, Lannister's dad is in that bitch. Trying to get some money, because Lannisters always repay their debts. And Littlefinger is one of the main characters in there.
So yeah, we see a lot of actors from Game of Thrones. Guy Ritchie movies, of course, is a crapload of actors from London. But the good thing about this movie that I really liked the most overall about the movie was also in his storytelling. When King Arthur tells that one story, and in every Guy Ritchie movie you'll have the guy telling the story as the audio, and then you'll have everybody mouthing it out. Kind of like Drunk History. But that's Guy Ritchie's style, and it's badass. So I love that he didn't sacrifice that for a big budget Warner Brothers movie.
So of course, there's always flaws in every movie, even though it was so good. What flaws did you find?
Well, one of the main flaws of the movie was you kind of didn't know. You get disoriented when the battle scenes are going on. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I think they do it on purpose so that way you can catch yourself. Another thing that maybe the ladies might be upset about is Charlie Hunnam barely has his shirt off during the movie.
Needs it off.
So,
Needs it off.
I mean, dude's ripped for a reason, and I guess only for about 10 seconds in the movie.
Yeah, he needs to rub some lotion on that thing.
So what about you? What did you not like about it?
Well, during some of the fight scenes, it was really repetitive when they, with the song sequence, because it kept on out of nowhere go. I was like, "Jeez, dude, what's going on?"
Your Lamaze exercises are definitely included in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jerry, what would you rate this movie?
Honestly, I rated it a Charlie Hunnam 6-pack out of 8.
And me, I would give it a Charlie Hunnam 8-pack out of 8.
What?
Yeah, amazing, right? Best King Arthur movie ever made. I said it right now. Even better than Sword in the Stone.
So, when you're watching this movie, what to expect is you're not going to expect a love interest movie. You're not going to expect really slow. This movie is pretty fast-paced with a lot of action compared to the other Arthur movies we had previously.
Yeah, there's no quarrel over Guinevere. She's not in this movie, so don't go looking for Guinevere or Lancelot. Just go looking for a badass action movie that's basically Game of Thrones, the best parts of Game of Thrones, and
Except for the porn.
yeah, except for the naked people because it's only PG-13, and the best parts of Snatch, all rolled into one with awesome fluidity to the movie. It just keeps going and going, and it's awesome. And before you know it, it's over, and you want to see the next movie that's going to come out because, as you can tell by the title, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, there's obviously going to be more. So definitely go check out this movie. It's probably the best King Arthur movie I've ever seen, in my estimation. What about you, Jerry?
Pretty good. It almost beats Sword in the Stone. Almost. I have a little soft spot on Disney.
Yeah, so if you're not a 10-year-old child that isn't all into cartoons, check this movie out. So our next review is going to be in a couple weeks. We're going to go see Wonder Woman. And then we'll have a short review for that one. And then we'll be back with some more reviews. So everybody peeps out. Follow us on Instagram, Regular People Reviews, and Twitter. And everything's down below in our comments section. Leave us some comments. Tell us what we're missing. And have a great weekend, peeps.